Sayara Lucinda.
How you doing?
Say quality content. What's up, everybody? My name is Ferron Chisholm, and you are now watching quality content. And quite frankly, nothing else matters.
What up? Tembisa M. Shaka here. Quality content. That's who I'm rolling with. Why? Because nothing else matters.
What's up, homie?
M-Ski, what's happening?
That's what it is.
Respect, man.
Yo, this is Easy Mo B, and you're watching quality content because nothing else matters. Remember that.
Yeah!
What's up, everybody? This is Myrtle Gardner. You're watching quality content. Why? Because nothing else matters.
Rap came from us. It started in the South Bronx. It started with conscious rappers. So to my brothers and sisters who are rappers, see, you're part of a scheme, but you don't realize you are an unwitting collaborator in a scheme that is to destroy you and your future.
Let's be very clear, I ain't here to drink beer, smoke weed, shoot the breeze and break bread with you. I'm only here to resurrect the living dead with you. Thought it was some kind of a game, I'm not playing with you. I got the Moorish warlords with Moroccan sharp swords, Ethiopians with white face camouflage. Already disciplined and ready for that sabotage. You listen to Minaj? Word? You should kill yourself and everybody that you came with. Arrangements out of jurisdiction, no arraignment. My name gets mentioned through the ethers, through high frequency speakers. Certified 45, get in line. Make this revolution rap your favorite pastime. Make listening to Coon Tune your very last time. Last time he was CO and now he's gangstified. Pushing keys, catching bodies, man, somebody lied. I'd rather listen to that God noise, levitate with fly boys, organize an army, bang dead prez. Understand I'm not a missionary, just the devil's adversary. Extraordinary, compliment the feds. And most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. I truly sympathize, I hope this pretty singing satisfies. Now should we get back to business then? Separating gods from the nigger men, separating chicken heads from the heroines. They tell me constantly that I should change my content. You're just too conscious, maybe you should narrow in. Rhyme more about that street life heroin. Make it amplify, glorify the hell you're in. But where the hell you been? Clearly you don't know me then. Spit flame, ethanol, Jada Pinkett set it off. I gang bang on opposition till his head is off. His arm, leg, arm nailed to a cross. You're not a mob boss, Florentini, Machiavelli. Closest you are to Italian is sauce and spaghetti. The flow is deadly, hip-hop jihad medley. They could tell I was a rebel the moment they met me. Gotta respect me, the 85ers wanna sex me. Occupied by the 5, still I let them sweat me. You can bet me, Phoenix if they try to dead me. And the Republic of Gorillas still ready to wreck me. I pull verses from my spleen for the have-nots who seem caught between the rocks and the hard spots. And most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. I truly sympathize, I hope this pretty singing satisfies. Now should we get back to business then? I'm not the only one can tell that something's going on. We hustle harder every day and barely holding on. These big banks getting breaks that will be gully on. And they'll freeze your assets, keep your scullies on. The same Babylon upgraded red bottom. And he was about that revolution till the feds got him. My man Scott got 3 to 5 for a bag of weed. But be be a priest and rape boys walk scot-free. I bet you thinking that I'm kidding cause I'm throwing stones. It isn't me, it's ancient masons in my chromosomes. Impatient ancestors raging through my ribosomes. See scrolls translated through a microphone. The freedom banger, hanger, Margaret Sanger. Planned Parenthood in every hood would like to thank her. Bankers, Rockefeller, Bilderberg, Unicom, DuPont, IBM, UNICEF, and Viacom. My verbal firearm annihilate the infrastructure. Comedic lexicon, cause I don't speak the tongue of suckers. I've born degrees of the royal pedigrees and leaving me 16 in my afterbirth. Still, most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. Just West, not Ruby Selah.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Ferran. We back with quality content because nothing else matters. Right now, we here at TME Pro. You know, like I said before, we was profiling the studio and all its affiliates and everybody that's doing their thing that's affiliated with the hub known as TME Pro. Our latest guest goes by the name of Rhino, Peasant Podium Art Lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Rhino, what's good, man?
Oh, everything is good. Peace to Ferran, first of all, man. It's beautiful just to be on the show right now. But yeah, man, like you said, it's all about celebrating the hub. It's about celebrating people who are remaining true to their art without having to value other things that you know that water down what they're doing. And TME Pro is the definition of that. So the way I'm affiliated with TME dates back to when I met Fred back in like 08. And, you know, let him know that I had a college radio show and I was back down in New York City and I wanted to really do something here. And we started putting on the formats here known as the Art of Lyrics. The Art of Lyrics really is what it says is, you know, celebrating MCs that can actually spit with content. Because like you said, nothing else matters. So that's how that happened. We've been doing it for over 4 years now. We've moved the shows from here in the Bronx, where we do our shows, at the Point, CDC, 940 Garrison Avenue. Peace to the Point. Peace to my partner Danny Kodak. Peace to Fred Ones. Yeah, had to do that too. So yeah, we do that. We moved it over to East Harlem, where we have shows at the bar called Camaradas. Peace to y'all. Very good atmosphere. Very nice. Great beer.
Who's some of the people that you had like on the Art of Lyrics? Because this has been running for a few years now, and you had a couple of high-profile, you know, underground artists that come through there, like Dot X, stuff like that. Like some of the people that you know had at your event. It's a monthly event, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Sorry, it's a monthly event. You can check out when the shows are at theartoflyrics.com. Follow us on Facebook if you want to do that. It's a Peasant Podium, TAOL, and you can see where all the shows are at. But also to go back to what you said, we've had people like Sadat X, people like Craig G, Tame One of the Artifacts, Doodlebug of Diggable Planets. The list goes on and on. Nine, my man Akbar, peace to Akbar. Word, Peasant Podium Music. We'll throw you a couple of bucks, come and rhyme in front of us because we're fans. Overall, we're always going to be fans beyond everything else. Yeah. Cellar Dwellers, yes, you're right. Cellar Dwellers. It's been so many people throughout the 4 years that sometimes it's hard to just like pull them out, pull them out the thin air just when you're talking on camera. It's pretty hard. Well, a couple of months back, we had John Robinson of Science of Life. We're fans who go out there and get people that we want to see rhyme. And usually it'd be right in front of us. So like we wild out and just watch people rhyme. But being part of TME Pro, to get back to TME Pro, because this wouldn't exist without TME Pro. I want all of y'all to know that. And I'm very, again, gladful and happy that Ferran has given me this opportunity to celebrate something that made me who I am right now. And that's TME Pro. If it wasn't for TME Pro, we wouldn't have Peasant Podium Music, which Ferran mentioned. We started in September of 2012, and we've had two albums through the TME family and engineered and mixed by Fred Ones. Don't forget Fred Ones, TME Pro, producer, engineer, cool guy, overall, DJ, all of that. So we were able to start a record label and be able to put out these people that we truly enjoy listening to. It's not about making $1 million off of somebody. It's about, you know what? I don't think people know that this exists. So let's put it out there. So we do that. The Akbar album, Planet X, it's a phenomenal album. I love it. I can't stop playing it. It's beautiful. And then we have also the EP of Just Ice and KRS-One. It's called Memories. But it can never be possible without TME Pro.
Never been the type to sit on my couch with remote in hand. Too much work to get done, must fulfill my master plan. Can't fill my days and nights with drama, doubt, or laziness. When you see my name in bright lights, that's when I can rest. My mama always said to me to give your best and it will show. So in everything I give my all. No worrying if I might fall. Can't be complacent. Hesitation don't lead to success. I gotta get up, get out and do something. Too blessed to be stressed.
Don't need no water. Don't let the fire burn. Just start it. Just get started. You can't be gone to November. If you forget to remember. Get started, just get started.
Repeatedly, I say nothing was given to me. I worked for what I got and nobody would disagree. I know just what I want and where I'll be 10 years from now. Signing your paychecks when I made it, you still wondering how. The rules are simple, I'll go ahead and break it down for you. Number one, have a plan. Number two, just follow through. If you can do this, then without a doubt you're on your way. But number two is where most people start to stray. I got my hands up, you're looking for a handout. I'm steady grinding, you take the easy way out. Seeking success but somehow just can't conceive. It's a matter where preparation meets opportunity.
Don't need no water. Don't let the fire burn. Just start it. Just get started. You can't be gone to November. If you forget to remember. Get started. Just get started. Don't need no water. Don't let the fire burn. Just start it. Just get started. You can't be gone to November. If you forget to remember. Get started. Just get started.
No more words to say.
There's no more words to.
No more words to say.
No more words to.
No more words to say.
Yo, Ace, man, no more words to. It's one of them joints right here, yo.
No more words to say.
Real personal. No more words to. I think the people need
No more words to say. When there's no more words to say. When there's no more.
The sun's shining, there's clouds on me. I see the light, and God's frowning on me. The devil's happy, he crowds around me. People consoling like they've been there. My life is my shell, I live in here. What you say when I'm on the lonesome, on some, roll that thing up, start up an arson. Pour more, staring at the four walls like I'm going AWOL. And on them very same walls, the four horsemen. I'm brave and scared, bring it on, son. Remnant it all knowing I could lose it all, son. Lose me, a part of you, which is half of we. What you wanna do? It's what I say to self. Maybe a cry for help. Call it intuition before intervention for my life's mission. Hope I don't miss it.
So many days I wish that I could fly away. So many goals I thought were just a mile away. So many nights I cried so I could smile today. Who will I be when there's no more words to say? When there's no more words to say. When there's no more words to say. When there's no more words to say. When there's no more.
A full-time job, considered a career. To me, still a job, cause you can find me here, being what I love, without a safety net. The very thing I love can't even pay the rent. But yet, don't dare call this a hobby, Bobby. Them co-workers will mention what glares inside me. It's rare, like if John Lennon and the Apostle Paul sat with John Legend at the rooftop with beats by Doug Freshen, produced by Rick Rubin. Let that sight set in. It's no joke, just like the heart to phase is all gold. Midas, touching mics, culture shock the finest, leaving them choked while my soul is the Heimlich. Life is short, understand what time is. Me and my highness make them dash like hyphens.
So many days I wish that I could fly away. So many goals I thought were just a mile away. So many nights I cried so I could smile today. Who will I be when there's no more words to say? When there's no more words to say. When there's no more words to say. When there's no more words to say. When there's no more.
I'm scared of myself and afraid I'll get so intense when my life could end desolate due to selfishness. Yeah, it's there within. Wonder if that's the reason I never won or didn't win. Has my spirit slower? Y'all never met it cause they say put your best forward. And I didn't reach magnificent limits, but when the day's finished, still things shadow your spirit like, damn. I'm living with this like a roommate that can't break the lease. It's hard to break cycles embedded in me, while it's the close ones that feel it like family. All I ask, don't think worse of me. This great force is here working with me. I help those while y'all listen to me. All I can say is thanks for a session of therapy.
So many days I wish that I could fly away. So many goals I thought were just a mile away. So many nights I cried so I could smile today. Who will I be when there's no more words to say? When there's no more words to say. When there's no more words to say. When there's no more words to say. When there's no more.
Got little dream scenes bigger than your triple beam schemes. Going hard on my Conan tip, cause I done met a lot of grown men talking dreams and they grown man shit, but they turning into old men quick. Opportunities gone, all a thing of the past. Shoulda, woulda, but he couldn't make it last. Like if it wasn't for this, that, and the fall, sorry buddy, but this, that is lost. Now I got the mass weapon, drawing up these beats while they draw they last breathin'. They be the C and E to F and meaning they half steppin'. You ain't get the memo, homie, that was the last lesson. Sit back and laugh at them, give a little wave as I'm passing them, cause there's no coming back for them. But keep thinking I'm bluffing, doing straight Bukaki, got another thing coming.
What's the sense in wasting all this precious time? I gotta go for mine.
I think you need a reminder. You can't use your shine to blind us. Out of sight, out of mind, but what happens to your shine when
all of the lights are gone? What happens when all of the lights are gone? All of the lights are gone. All of the lights are gone. When lights are gone, I'm away.
He's worried about the same old things. All the bells his name gon' ring. With all the fame the game gon' bring. Come any weather, hella high water, he gon' make it rain on things. So he spends his time all this thinking aloud. And he had some verses but he couldn't get them out. So he starts living with his head up in the clouds. But when it rains and pours, then you heading for the ground. Now he's rapping for the salary man, the ice cars and the groupies over family. Damn, don't come after me to ask for the plan. My answer always be can't no raggedy in. Hold me down like gravity can. I'm probably damned if I do and damned if I don't. But I won't go weak. And life is oh so sweet. What you know about living life on the 4-4 beat, man?
What's the sense in wasting all this precious time? I gotta go for mine.
I think you need a reminder. You can't use your shine to blind us. Out of sight, out of mind, but what happens to your shine when
all of the lights are gone? All of the lights are gone. All of the lights are gone. All of the lights are gone. The lights are gone away.
So it's real simple. It's cool, you might know the recipe to certain things. That does not mean you know how to cook. Stay the hell out the kitchen. I'm gone. Lights are gone. What you gonna do when the lights is gone? You turn them off.
When all the lights are gone.
Where's he shine at?
When all of the lights are gone.
I shine regardless. And that's it.
Hey everyone, my name is Rebecca Williams and you're watching Quality Content because nothing else matters.
What's good? It's your boy Ferran. We back with quality content because you already know nothing else matters. Manny, Megman, Oquendo. And that's basically who I have here to my right because he's one of us too. He's definitely one of us here at TME Pro. So I'm going to let him do his thing as well. You feel me? That's what we do.
What's up, BronxNet? This is Megman, Manny Oquendo, hailing from the Bronx. Since I was 19, working in the community with young teens. Still working here, teaching guitar in the public schools. Knowing Fred Ones from back in the 90s when there was a whole scene in New York, kind of like a culture clash art scene, hip hop underground, warehouse party, post rave, super quality events with the city, the true city, the working people, the poor coming out representing with the rich and upper class representing and just mixing and getting down basically at night, in ciphers, in jams, whatever it was, ambient parties, chill out rooms, raves, things like that. That's what the 90s was about. So that's where I cut my teeth as a producer, as a bass player, where I met Spacecraft One and Fred. Like I said, we were three parts of a big sea of artists and musicians and DJs.
Yeah. That's what it is, man. So as far as what is some of the stuff you into now?
Well, right now, my main project's called Rotted Sound. We're doing mashups and remixes. We're also taking old school dance hall and old school reggae hits, making them electronic, and then putting new vocalists on them. We're also coming up with original beats and rhythms, and putting everything from Irisation, who's a singer, to also working with Infinity, Tomasia, many different people, just trying to get a merging and reimagining the sound, and also bringing it back to the roots of hip hop, which was dancehall, reggae, chatters, toasting, things like that. So just kind of like bringing that idea, that meme back to the sound.
You here with us. You rock with me, Fred, Spacecraft, whatever like that. So is there any way people can get in contact with you? Twitter, Facebook, email, whatever.
My first gate is my website, which is Megman Music, MEGMAN music.com. Direct link. My Facebook is Manny Megman Oquendo.
You already know. That's what I'm saying. Quality content. We will be right back after this new video. Holla at your boy.
Thinking about you, and my heart feels pain when I'm not around you. Girl, I wonder if you still think about us, still think about us. I just wanna know what's on your mind. I just wonder. Said I just wonder. I can't get you out of my head. I just wonder. Said I just wonder. What we be going through, everything we going through when we going through. Girl, I feel so far away. I used to be so close to you. And my pillow asked when it's gonna play your hair again. And my bed said I need your touch again. Baby, I really need your love again. But until then, baby, I'll be sitting wondering where my love is gone, girl, and when it's coming home to me, baby. But it's all I miss, I really miss you, I really miss you. Really miss your lips, girl, I wanna kiss you, I wanna kiss you. I only made this song just to reminisce to reminisce to. I just wanna know what's on your mind. I just wonder. Said I just wonder. Can't get you out of my head. I just wonder. Said I just wonder. This is a puzzle, got me running around trying to figure out what it's all about. And the fact you're still lingers is a mystery to me. When we made love, girl, we made history, you see. And then you left me all alone with we, baby. Gotta wonder why I'm feeling this way. Baby, I just can't stop thinking about you, thinking about you. And my heart feels pain when I'm not around you, I'm not around you. Girl, I wonder if you still think about us, still think about us. I just wanna know what's on your mind. I just wonder. Said I just wonder. Can't get you out of my head. I just wonder. Said I just wonder. Some things I want you to know. Now you're gone, love is gone. I feel sorry for the next man who gets your love. 'Cause I trust how broken. And there's no way you can love him without a heart. Now baby, you are far, 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 far away. Now baby, you are far, far, so damn far away. Now she's gone, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone. Ooh. Now she's lost,
my side in a line. So sure everything ahead was gonna work out fine. But I learned no one's a real friend, and everybody wants something from me. Was the only guarantee I had. I was fed lies and false hopes, so why did I stay? 'Cause youth knows no pain in everything I pray. And that's why through the journey it's been a grind. Can't do it your way, so I do it mine. Lost a race and it's winning time until we cross the finish line. Ladder of success, I gotta climb. Fortune and fame, what I gotta find. So God gives me a sign, and we cross the finish line.
They saying I can't make it, the pressure I can't take it. The haters keep on hating, I'm focused trying to shake it. The opportunities I'm faced with, I gotta take it and lace it. All the setbacks, I will erase it. I used to listen to KRS tracks and trace it. Formulate my own dreams and try to chase it. I fell from the top, it was back to the basics. I'm back on track, now I'm off to the races. Yeah, I'm from the underground like the basement. Train station, man, nobody gave me Nathan. That turned me to an animal, now I'm raging. Fire in my veins, now I'm coming out blazing.
That's why through the journey it's been a grind. Can't do it your way, so I do it mine. Lost a race and it's winning time until we cross the finish line. Ladder of success, I gotta climb. Fortune and fame, what I gotta find. So to God gives me a sign, and we cross the finish line.
Follow me through this journey to the Hall of Fame where they retire my jersey. Yeah, they know my name, but they act like they ain't heard me. Try to curve me, but I spread my wings, fly high where the birds be. I done came a long way, went the right and wrong way. Getting closer to my goals, see them in the doorway. Voices in my head keep echoing like a hallway. All they keep saying is clap, go do it your way.
Now this race has turned into a marathon. So far in, can't look back, look how far we've come. Too many falls to get right up. With every step I learn to keep my head high. I'm gonna get there one day, but until I reach that time, just keep moving and pushing and praying. Keep your head up until we cross the finish line. Through the journey it's been a grind. Can't do it your way, so I do it mine. Lost a race and it's winning time until we cross the finish line. Ladder of success, I gotta climb. Fortune and fame, what I gotta find. So God gives me a sign, and we cross the finish line.
Follow me through this journey to the Hall of Fame where they retire my jersey. Yeah, they know my name, but they act like they ain't heard me. Try to curve me.
What's up, man? This is Fred Ones, TME Studios. You are now watching quality content, because nothing else matters.
All right, so we're starting from the beginning, and it begins with my name, Tembisa Shalewa Mshaka. It's a Zulu name. It's my natural given name. My parents did their homework. They did not want me to have a colonialist slave name, so they picked a Zulu name. Tembisa means hope. There's actually a town in South Africa named Tembisa that I need to travel to one day soon. Shout out to everybody in the SA. My middle name means in this house, and my last name means under the reign of Shaka Zulu. So Mshaka representing that bold, serious history right there. So it's a lot of name, but I do what I can to live up to it. And you know, for me, it's beautiful. If people can't pronounce it, I'm okay with that. I just say call me T, so it doesn't get butchered. But I do like it when people pronounce it correctly. Tembisa, H is silent, Mshaka. So I've been in the business for about 21 years now. Started out as a teenager in college with an internship. Internships are very important. I know young people get, scrunch face when we talk about working for free, but you got to think about it like this. You're not working for money. You're working for experience. You're working for the opportunity, and you're working for the access that the job gives you. So I interned at a place called De Leon Artists, small boutique booking agency in Oakland. Shout out to the Bay. I'm originally from Los Angeles, but the Bay is also my home. So who were the artists on the roster? Before I got into rap, I was working in jazz, salsa, and R&B, little vintage funk in there. So some of the clients that I worked with as an intern and later became the office and contracts manager for were the late great Etta James, the late great Gil Scott-Heron, the amazing Willie Colon, who is the co-founder of Salsa and Fania Records. I know the BX knows about that. Who else? Oh my goodness. Charles Brown, Ernestine Anderson, Stanley Turrentine, may he also rest in peace. Incredible artists who toured, just about throughout the year. Maybe they had an album out, maybe they didn't, but their catalogs were so tough that they could continually perform and do music. And so our booking agency was very successful because we kept everybody on the road. And that's how I learned how to work with talent, work with artists. And that's why a lot of the time, hip hop artists who had an ego because they had a single coming out or they had an album that just dropped, trying to be all like extra, didn't faze me when I got into that part of my career because, I thought to myself, well, when you're at the level of a Gil Scott-Heron who hasn't dropped an album in 10 years, but he works 320 days out of the year, then you can holler at me about your ego. But for right now, good luck with that single. So that's where I started, De Leon Artists. Then I moved on to Absolute Artists. We kept some of the artists from De Leon. We also acquired other clients who worked in folk music and alternative music. Then I moved on to become the rap editor of a music trade magazine called Gavin. It no longer exists, but I was the first African-American rap editor and the first woman rap editor, and I held the position longer than any of my predecessors. And I worked there from 1993 to 1998, and my job was to run the rap charts, write reviews, and break artists on covers. So some of the artists that I gave their first cover to include D'Angelo, Common, Scarface is a solo artist, Lady of Rage, she got her first cover from me. A first exclusive trade interview that ever was done on Timberland, I wrote that. Bone Thugs and Harmony, another group that had not been known to the industry before, and then I had the special opportunity to put them on the cover and interview Tamika Wright, who is the current president of Ruthless Records. So, I took it very seriously, just the opportunity to be able to, as someone in a position of power within the media, to shine a positive light on artists who were doing things that were innovative or that the radio industry needed to know about. So, it was my honor and my privilege, and I didn't deal with anything that was whack. If you had garbage, it was not going to get any press. I wasn't going to try to make it more than it was or blow it up. We just weren't writing about you. I didn't have enough ink. I was doing a weekly column. I had 600 words a week, and if your stuff wasn't popping, it wasn't going to get mentioned, period, point blank. So that was, my role at Gavin. We also had an annual seminar that we used to do, and that was the place where so many artists came to show and prove as performers. The first time I met Nas, maybe he was like 16, 17 years old, came up there in some red sweatpants and a crazy afro, rolling through the St. Francis Hotel in 1993 in San Francisco, just like happy to be in California, hanging out with G-Rap and Polo. So, bit of history for you right there. So a lot of artists got their start with the Gavin Seminar in terms of the first time that they were able to perform for the industry. And I also did these amazing one-on-one conversations with different artists so that we could talk about the state of the business. One of those interviews that was totally amazing was with the teacher KRS-One. So I had an amazing time while I was there. There were so many groups that got their start at Gavin that, made a huge impact on hip-hop music. Certainly Souls of Mischief, Wu-Tang Clan, Busta Rhymes as a solo artist, Old Dirty Bastard as a solo artist, Aaliyah, may she rest in peace, Raz Kaz. All these acts got their start within the industry on the Gavin Seminar stage. And I was proud to be a part of that. we gave college and community radio the opportunity to really showcase the power that they had to break artists. And that's why, Gavin was, really revered by the industry, because we celebrated those stations. I had over 300 stations reporting to me, college and community stations, but also some mainstream stations. And that was right at the time in the mid-90s when hip-hop broke mainstream, when we had contemporary hit radio come into the picture, and we had major radio stations with high frequencies playing, or high wattage I should say, playing hip-hop music during the day, not just overnight or on the weekends or in the mix, but like throughout the day, and giving it that level of respect. So it was a really critical time to be a media player within hip-hop. And from Gavin, I went on to become an advertising writer. I went from writing a weekly column and writing reviews and managing charts to writing advertising campaigns. And I was brought on by Sony Music in 1998, and I had 2 projects out the gate that I had to just jump right into. I got hired in June, and my first campaign's album was coming out in August. And the very first campaign that I worked on was the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So I wrote, conceived the advertising campaign for that, worked along with a team of art directors and producers for the television and radio spots. And we came up with a campaign that told a story for an album that went on to do extremely well over a 2-year period. So that was the longest campaign that I had worked on for any one product. And 20 million records later, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill has influenced a generation of artists, a generation of men and women, particularly young women, and it solidified Lauryn Hill as an artist to be reckoned with. The second project that I worked on was JD's solo album, a compilation record that he did with a number of his favorite artists called Life in 1472. Y'all remember the Jay-Z record, Money Ain't a Thing, right? So that came from that project. So I got the chance to work with JD. And some of the other artists that I was privileged to write campaigns for include Jagged Edge. I did 3 albums for them. I did 4 campaigns for Will Smith, 6 album campaigns for Nas, including Stillmatic, QB's Finest, Street's Disciple. I did the very first campaign for 50 Cent for The Power of the Dollar. And he and I still close to this day. Shout out to Fifth. Who else? Oh, I've been talking about so much hip hop, I kind of forgot about R&B. Maxwell, worked on a couple albums for him, who I love Maxwell. Destiny's Child, I was privileged to write the campaigns for Survivor, for Writings on the Wall, and the individual album campaigns for each of the girls' solo debut albums, for Beyonce, Dangerously in Love, Michelle Williams, Heart to Yours, and Kelly Rowland, Simply Deep. I also worked on Solange's debut album on Columbia Records. So the resume is rather deep, I gotta say that. And I have to say that Sony really gave me an opportunity to sharpen my skills as a writer, and gave me the chance to work with artists that I respect, groups like Dead Prez. It was an amazing experience, really challenging to write campaigns that sold the music but didn't sell out the artists, that talked about the message that the artist wanted to get across without making them seem like, they were shallow, or like all they wanted to do was sell records. And of course that's important, but artists also want to share their creativity with the world, share their gifts with the world, and we wanted to make sure that the campaigns reflected that as well.
Yeah, this your boy, the craziest Len Berserk, holding it down with my boy Ferran. And you're watching Quality Content. Why? nothing else matters.
I'm intoxicating. You love and hate it. You're feeling so out of control and easily manipulated. I'm not trying to complicate your life or frustrate you, but I won't take the blame because it's your fault you fell in love. I never asked you to. I'm sorry, I'm irresistible. Even I wanna be all over myself. And I'm sorry, I'm unpredictable. One minute you're heaven, next minute you're hell. If you can't handle it, oh well. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, but I'm just being myself. I'm just being myself. There was a time when I tried to tone it down and rein it in. Bring it back, girl. I worried about people judging me or giving me too much attention. But I won't go back. So if you want me, better be cool with that. You better be cool with that. Maybe if you're half as fun, baby, you could be the one that I'll stick to like a magnet. But if you've had it, I'm sorry, I'm irresistible. Even I wanna be all over myself. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm unpredictable. One minute you're heaven, next minute you're hell. If you can't handle it, oh well. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, but I'm just being myself. I'm just being myself. If everybody wants me, and let's face it, they do. And if it's driving you crazy that they're no different than you, what can I do? I didn't make it this way, so all I can say, so all I can say. Is that I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, yeah, I'm so sorry. Well, not really. I'm sorry, I'm irresistible. Even I wanna be all over myself. And I'm sorry that I'm unpredictable. One minute you're here, but next minute you're hell. If you can't handle me, oh well. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm so sorry, yeah, I'm so sorry, but I'm just being myself.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ian Levy. I am a hip-hop artist, educator, and counselor, and you're watching Quality Content, where nothing else matters.
Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me dio dos luceros que cuando los abro perfecto distingo lo negro del blanco, y en el alto cielo su fondo estrellado, y en las multitudes el hombre que yo amo. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado el oído que en todo su ancho graba noche y día, grillos y canarios, martillos, turbinas, ladrillos, chubascos y la voz tan tierna de mi bien amado. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado el sonido y el abecedario, y con él las palabras que pienso y declaro, madre, amigo, hermano, y la luz alumbrando la ruta del alma del que estoy amando. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado la marcha de mis pies cansados, con ellos anduve ciudades y charcos, playas y desiertos, montañas y llanos, y la casa tuya, tu calle y tu patio. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado el corazón que agita su marco cuando veo el fruto del cerebro humano, cuando miro al bueno tan lejos del malo, cuando miro el fondo de tus ojos ojos claros. Gracias a la vida, gracias a la vida, gracias a la vida, gracias a la vida.